So ever since I picked up a Fujifilm camera, I've been basically taking a camera out with me every time I leave the house. But I started to find it a little bit too cumbersome to keep a single camera in a huge backpack. So I decided that I want to shrink down the overall package of what I carry. So this is my minimalist everyday camera setup. So let's start off with the bag. As you can see, I'm wearing a sling. This is the Wandrd Rogue 6-liter sling, and this is my everyday carry. We'll start off with the bag first. So as you can tell, it is a sling design. You can wear this on the front or the back. I do have a tripod on the bottom of the sling. I don't always carry a tripod with me. It just kind of depends on what I think I'm going to be shooting. So it does come off nice and easy if I don't want it. I can also strap it onto the front of the bag. And again, I don't always carry this with me, but it's great to know that I have the option if I want to. Before we move on to what's inside, here's some of my favorite features. So I really like that there's a buckle here right in the middle if I want to detach it. You can also detach it from any of the sides here. It does have two handles here so that if the camera bag is behind you, you can easily grab onto the side and bring it out. If I'm doing things that require a lot more movement, you can see that there's another buckle right here. And basically this back panel, it hides a strap. And if you take out the strap, I can now wrap this around my body, secure it to that buckle on the side, pull it tight, and then that gives me another point of contact so that no matter how I swing, the sling doesn't swing around. And I think that solves one of the biggest problems that some people might have with the slings, the fact that it can move around. This third point of contact definitely helps make it very secure. I've even tried things like snowboarding with it, and it doesn't swing around, which is really nice. And if you don't need it, it just tucks back into the back panel. Inside the back compartment, it's slim enough that I can keep things like winter gloves. Obviously, I'm not always carrying these with me, but if it's really cold where you are, like right now it is here in Toronto, it is definitely really nice to have a pair of gloves that you can just keep in the bag and wear when you need them. Inside the back panel, it has things like a key loop. You can fit like your phone in here. I don't really use this feature, but there is a zipper at the back, and if you extend it, you're able to put things like an iPad or a very small laptop in here. So if you want to expand this for more storage, you definitely can. Now onto the main contents of the bag. So my main everyday camera is the Fujifilm X100VI, and if you're surprised that it's not the X100V, yes, I did pick up the X100VI. I'll talk more about this in a future video, but yes, the X100VI is replacing my X100V as my everyday camera. Right now the camera is pretty stock. The only things I did change is that I put this gold shutter release button on the top. Just makes it a little bit nicer to click and adds a nice little gold accent to the camera. And at the front, I have a Polar Pro Short Stash Everyday filter. This is essentially a mist filter and a CPL combined into one, and this basically just lives on the camera. Now the second camera that I bring with me is the Nikon F65. And this is a film camera. This is the main film camera that I use. I really like this because it has aperture priority and has autofocus, so I don't really have to worry about changing settings or fiddling with focus. I basically just treat it like a point and shoot, which is really nice when I just want to capture some moments in film. In the middle, I have a dust blower and just a lens cloth. These are always just super nice to have, no matter if you're using as an everyday carry or a professional shoot. I have some batteries for the Fujifilm X100VI, and then I also carry a multi-tool with me, whether I keep it in the bag or in my pocket. This is the Kondor Blue EDC multi-tool. You see me talk about this before. It has all the bits that you need, and this is my favorite multi-tool. And I keep it with me because on the chances that I do take a tripod, I will need a tripod plate for the camera because I don't have a cage on the cameras. So I just use this to be able to put on the tripod plates. You never know when you'll need a multi-tool, so I always recommend just keeping one with you. And that's basically it for this. But what if I want to go out, I just want to bring one camera with me, I don't want to bring a film camera, I don't want to bring any tripods, and I want something just a little bit smaller. So this is where this comes in. This is the Wandrd D1 Fanny, and as you can tell, it is quite a bit smaller than the Rogue 6-liter. What's really cool about the D1 Fanny is that you can wear it as a sling or you can wear it as a fanny pack around your waist. I prefer the sling option, so that's how I have it configured. And then when you open it, it's big enough to just put a Fujifilm X100VI in here. It is a little bit slimmer because there's less padding, but the overall size of the sling is also smaller, so I'm not too worried about it having a little less padding. I can still put a few batteries in here, I can put my phone in here if I want. It still has the grab handles on the side to make it easy to switch between having this thing on your front or on the back. Overall, it just makes it really small to carry and less of a hassle for me to want to bring on the camera. And that's basically it, my minimalist everyday camera carry. If you're interested in checking out any of these products, I'll have them all linked down in the description for you. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to see more photo video content, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.